Hi guys! Jake and Marisa back again for more live reactions to Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. I'm a little tired.
So right after we're like, hey, let's go to Tuesdays because they reliably get us the subtitles on Monday.
Our source
Didn't get us the subtitles.
In case you were wondering what irony was, it's like...
Take notice, Alanis Morissette!
It's the point at which you finally decide to execute a plan becomes the point at which it is no longer viable. But we managed to find a different source for this week's episode.
And hopefully our usual source will get there, get back on track next week.
Yeah. Yeah, that is a little weird.
So clearly we're doing the 5 a.m. thing again.
Yeah, because I figured maybe they might have it by morning. No. So, but I managed to find someplace else, so maybe I might keep an eye on that in the future. But yeah, so we not too much new in the past couple of days.
Las Vegas.
Well, yes.
That sucked. Our thoughts are with you.
Yeah. We're sorry.
Puerto Rico still needs rescuing.
We're sorry that every week there's a new place for our thoughts to be.
Yeah, that's really...
Yeah. It's unpleasant.
No, but seriously, Puerto Rico still needs donations.
Yep. And, yeah.
There's really nothing but prayers is really all we can do right now. Thoughts, if you're not religious like me. Thoughts, prayers, well wishes, and compassion is really all we can do for Las Vegas at the moment. There is, of course, all the political stuff, but that can't be done in an instant. So that is something that we'll have to wait until, a week or two while they get their stuff together. You can make whatever choices you're going to make to try and improve the world at that point when things come for a vote. But for right now...
You can share your thoughts with your local representatives and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry that it's starting on a bit of a down note.
The world's been a bit of a down note this week.
Not even just this week. It just kind of keeps going.
Yeah. It's like every week there's a new horrible thing.
Well, it's not even like that. It has been that.
It is. Every week there's a new horrible thing. But this week, last week's horrible thing is still happening, hence donations to Puerto Rico.
But in better news, each week there's also
a new Kyuranger.
Yay! So hopefully that will be joyous.
They got Naga back, so...
We got Naga back, so that'll be good.
That's a happy thing.
And I think this might be a Raptor-focused episode from the looks of the preview.
And that's a happy thing.
So let's see
what that's all about. And I have lyrics up before we start.
Yeah.
That's a happy thing.
Yeah.
And you found a really cute Lego video yesterday.
I've always wondered if there was any...
Which we're going to link that in the below bar.
You want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that kid deserves some
He has better views than we do.
He does? Well, you know what? Because he made
a
really good video. It's 11 seconds long.
You know the Legos song, Everything is Awesome.
Everything is awesome.
Yeah, that song.
Everything is great when you're part of a team.
That was inside everyone's head a few years ago, except apparently you had never heard of it.
I missed it because I never saw the Lego movie.
I think it was actually even nominated for Best Original Song at the Oscars. But I always wondered if anyone ever did a parody called Everything is Awful, and apparently there's this 12-second version called Everything is Awful, sung by a little young British child with just a single sad Lego man, and it's kind of beautiful.
Ambiguously gendered Lego person, I would say. It's kind of hard to tell.
It sounds like a child, I'm not sure.
No, I mean the Lego.
Oh, the Lego, yeah.
Yeah, because they put them together out of disparate pieces, so it's kind of hard to tell. They're just standing there on the green with the blue behind them, and no indication to any context. There's no context.
It's just a sad-looking Lego person.
Sad-looking Lego person, and everything is awful. And it's 12 seconds long, and I can't even tell you anything about the child because they're at that age where they.
I don't know.
By ear, you can't tell.
But anyway, we were about to watch some Kyuranger, and you've got work to get to. So
they've got the same accent as Matilda. In the
Broadway show, because it's like it didn't.
Or the West End.
That didn't sound like Mara Wilson.
No, not Mara Wilson. Matilda in the West End. So whichever region she's supposedly from is probably where the kid is from.
All right, so time for episode 32 of Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. Orion. Forever. Play. Magical sound.
Video?
No, I haven't.
Cancel?
I haven't chosen to open that ad.
There we go. Those who contribute will be raised to the level of voice shogun.
We will teach them that the universe is... Wait.
This is gotta be back in the past again.
What's... Oh. Wait. Oh, okay, they're trying to get a replacement for Tetsu, it looks like.
Oh, okay, so it isn't the present.
Yeah, we kind of lost like the first line of Don Armage
because we had no video.
Well, an ad thing popped up immediately upon pressing play and it covered things.
Hence, no video. We had audio only.
The Crux system. Around there.
Everybody seemed very happy at his joke. We're all trying to be very, very supportive of what feelings he does have, aren't we?
Yeah.
That's kind of cute.
Orion's not good for traveling through planets, I'm guessing. Oh! Consumar's exploding.
They're supposedly all shut down.
That's a weird thing.
Well, that doesn't really surprise, does it? I mean, if dark matter's still around, he would turn his stuff back on.
Yeah.
Why are you in the commander's seat?
Well, that's legit. He was, first president of the Space Federation. As far as we know, the only president of the Space Federation. Oh, wow. That's what's happening. Wow. What? What? Wow. Why? Stinger?
Now,
okay.
I don't know why Stinger was doing the guitar, but didn't Jarampo do the exact same thing once?
Yeah, when he'll do the song.
Yeah.
But like...
No, there was a flashback with the I'm pretty sure the same feather boa. Except for, of course, Jarampo didn't take his shirt off.
Yeah. It's like, he just stripped off his shirt and had...
He's always looking for an excuse.
That was also not a feather boa. He had just, like, tassels just attached to his arms.
That was his arms, but the red thing around his neck.
Oh! They have been dominated by and the Shogun Don Armage. With all hope having been lost. This is it. But there has been a legend passed down in the universe. When the universe falls into cruel clutches, when its inhabitants are in sorrow, 9 ultimate saviors will appear to save the universe. They have grown to be 12 ultimate saviors, and fight their enemies' dark matter to restore peace in the universe.
Stop changing.
They are. There we go. Whoa, whoa, Kyuranger. Miyagata sora ni sate ikutsu hashi ga andaru. Kazoe kirekute mikashukasha suru nara we go.
It's It's got away from me.
And the story, 触れた時見た時僕ら何思うだろう考えてわけないこと続くスペースジャーニーやらない理由とか探さずにきらめきすぎちゅうよラッキースターキューレンジャーに変シャップしてけキューレンジャー銀河ラブキューチュートラッキースターキューレンジャー君が着る楽未来見てみたいんだプリストグリスク飛べ飛べ飛べ飛べ続くメタルことの集合時 Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, and good luck I keep doing a little
Ginga level is coming way early
I keep jumping ahead of the line on that one that was also I also just got so thrown off by the weird
suddenly it decided to scroll to the top. I don't know why.
And then
I think it was trying to load
and
a new
then
ad.
This
what?
Had that whole
bring me all the goods.
Extended version of the narration. Okay, pliers apparently pointing at something and snapping pliers at it.
A bunch of broken appliances are attacking.
Makes them under your control. He's the greatest scientist of Jockman.
Okay, so he's the consumer reactivator dude.
Okay.
And he's going to make them explode. I don't know why he wants his consumers to explode. That is quite cold.
He's being attacked.
Suction! I'm getting dizzy. How did you get in there? Is that a rice cooker?
I think so.
He's being attacked by a rice cooker.
Yeah, the rice cooker.
You could throw a rice cooker. I still don't know how Hammy wound up in the washing machine.
I don't know. Whee!
But at least that makes more sense than being attacked by a rice cooker.
What do we got here? Okay. Oh! Raptor just saved the guy.
He can reactivate Orion.
Yeah. Louis Goo.
これは何だ液状生命体マトリックだこいつは電子回路に融合し機械を凶暴化させるすなわちあいつは科学者だが専門は生物学すなわち機械を直せるわけではないすなわちあいつにオリオン号は直せない
That's disappointing.
モライマーズにもこれがこいつを消滅させれば
Crazy goo.
モライマーズは停止するということか
Raptor's sad.
まあそもそもあんな武装も何もない宇宙船を直したところでドン・ワルマゲのアジトに行けるわけがないがな
Isn't it?
オリオン号はただの船じゃありません仲間です
It's part of the
船
team.
が仲間船は船だろ様相が過ぎるぞおい俺たちにとってオリオン号
They're
は
not
大
using
事
the
な
word
船じゃ
team.
ん
They're using the word nakama,
Yeah.
which is deeper than a team.
戦う意味なんてありません
おいセレギ言い過ぎだぞ
She was designed for Orion.
だから俺様はただこの状況を合理的に判断したという皆さん取り前帰ってきてほしいんだけど
You know,
なんてことドアが開かない
funny little ad in the corner there for a half second of someone going to flip.
残ってるのは少しの電力のみもうオリオン号を動かすのは無理だろうね
寿命なんだこいつはラプターは何をこだわってるんだ
Dude,
わからないでもない
you
ラプターはオリオン号のことをただの宇宙船とは思ってない仲間だと思ってるんだ
you're not very good at the sympathies.
It's just a delusion.
実はラプターがそう思うきっかけがあったんだ
She was designed specifically for it.
Yeah.
You gonna explain that now?
Also, she's shown that she's able to communicate with it
ワン
too.
候補の実験をしていた時だったんだけど操縦を誤って僕たちは磁気嵐に迷い込んでしまったんだ強い磁場のせいで操縦は効かなくなって永遠に帰れなくなりそうだった
So, Was Spada the first? Well, not the first. Gustavo Stinger was the first. Since they first tested the Orion. That's interesting.
So yeah, I would venture to say that after Stinger, Spada was the first out of the three that we came into.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Hami could have participated in telling that story.
Yeah.
Now it's possible that Champ may have been there before that, but Champ is not here to help tell the story, and he wasn't shown in the flashback at all.
Oh my. Okay, so yeah, he's just turning the deactivated consumers into full-on explosives.
Okay, but there's only 10 seconds, so what the heck are you gonna do? That's 5 consumers in 10 seconds. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi, 5 Mississippi, 6 Mississippi, 7 Mississippi, 8 Mississippi, 9 Mississippi, 10 Mississippi, boom!
I'm gonna assume he meant 10 minutes, or we're on Namekian time.
Namekian?
It's Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, is that what they're like? And they spend like an episode each preparing one attack?
A little bit. Basically, Frieza sent energy into the planet to blow it up.
5 minutes before they explode.
Yeah, he said it was 10 minutes, not 10 seconds. Yeah. But yeah, Frieza was blowing up the planet Namek and gave it 5 minutes before it completely self-destructed, and that lasted for the next 10 episodes. Orion can't be fixed. Fight on in its name. It's sad that Orion is shutting down, it looks like.
It's an interesting way to address the concept of death without killing a ranger.
That's true.
Essentially, for Raptor, a friend is dying.
Who's that?
Now let the countdown commence? Wait, you hadn't even started the countdown?
No, I
before?
think it's been going this. Oh, the final count. It's the final countdown. So what happens now? Yeah, no explosion.
No boom today.
Nope.
Boom tomorrow.
No,
There's
no
always
boom. I was expecting an earth-shattering kaboom. Hey, cool. She did her sniper attack on the messy goo. Yeah.
キュレンジャーの一員として戦います。
After we'll fight.
だから
And everyone else will nod.
さっきはすまなかった。
There you go, Surugi.
あの船が仲間だというなら、仲間にとって一番喜ぶことをしてやれ。
はい。
すなわち、奴らを倒すことだ。
I hope this is a string of more focused episodes for the underdeveloped Kyurangers.
That would be great.
Because that was an interesting bit of added information with
Yeah,
regards
it's
to Spada
certainly-
there.
And it addresses the whole, well, it's controlled what's called an anthropomorphic delusion regarding the Orion, but it's still
Right.
entirely possible that the Orion, may have had some form of sentience.
Yeah,
It may have not been a delusion.
right.
We really don't know, because if it did have some form of sentience, it was only capable of communicating with its robot pilot.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, yeah, Dogen, your things do not bode well for you right now.
What are his little tools there?
They're two halves of a wrench. Because he was using them before together as a little wrench.
What was that?
It's like, why'd you pretend that you could do this stuff? I thought it'd be cool. I think that would be cool.
They just kind of stopped in the middle of a fight to be like, ugh.
Yeah, pretty much. That'll happen sometimes.
She just gut shot him.
Yep.
みんな頑張ってるよ。
I don't know if that's how that works, but okay.
I believe in Orion! I believe in Orion!
All-Star.
And if you don't get that, you clearly never watched Peter Pan.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice. That attack kind of looked a little like Orion. Oh, he's got the growy badge. Super come on the backing. Cute imagine.
It's a real good thing that Super White Red Ranger can get those missing Q-Thomas.
Yeah. Oh, there it goes. That's not good.
Orion gave up the ghost. Oop. Oh, good. They almost got purple goo on their Zord.
Yeah.
And that would have been good. I don't know why his half a wrench looks like a hammer.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd shape.
My greatest creation.
Okay, what is happening? Oh, it's landing on different consumers and...
Causing them to launch.
What? Okay. Oh! They apparently turn into the... That's way too big! That's way too big! Okay. It turns it into one of those, mega consumers.
Okay, but also it's apparently about to be last impact. First impact?
Third impact.
Armageddon.
Yeah. Deep impact.
That's what I was looking for. Any of those movies in which an asteroid is about to end all life on Earth.
Yeah. Deep impact was a comet. Alright. They can take this thing out, no problem. Right?
No, it came out at the same time as Armageddon, so it was really weird.
Yeah. The main difference was one had Morgan Freeman.
Well, one had,
Bruce Willis.
Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
And in both cases, somebody thought it would be easier to train people who do a given job as astronauts than astronauts to do that given job.
Oh, hey Orion, what you doing?
What? Where'd they go? What?
Oh, whoa, hello. Orion. What you doing?
He's in space.
Oh, he's gonna... Oh, Orion. What you doing, Orion?
He is sentient.
What's that?
He made a grand heroic sacrifice.
Yep. Oh. It's the end of the Orion.
Good luck.
本当に奇跡が起きやがった。
We'll miss you, Orion. Making sure the old thing doesn't go off.
Yep.
Salute.
Because my wrist just went off.
ラピュタの気持ちにオリオン号が応えてくれたんだね。
Sad.
あんなにボロボロだったのに、あいつは立派な13番目の戦士だったな。
He was the 13th member.
そうだね。楽しい思い出がたくさんあったね。
間違いなく伝説の船だったな、オリオン号は。
We lost 2 Orions in 3 episodes.
お前の分まで俺たちは戦うぞ。どんな馬行絶対倒してやるからな。
Aww.
オリオン号のためにも早速出発するから。
Goosebumps
So,
again.
yeah, it's like, we better set out for Orion's sake, except now we don't have a ship.
I'm hungry. Not only do they have a ship, they don't have a place to. Hey!
In the past. Ooh, what's happening in the past?
Another ship.
Hey! Wah, wah. Ranger, Ranger, oh, Q Ranger, Q Ranger. 3, 2, 1, oh, Q. Booda, booda, booda. Oh, hi, yo, oh, Oshitama, Oshitama. Da, ba, bi, zappa, da, do, do, na, dip, ha, ho, da, ba, da, ba, do, ba, dee, bo, do, ba, boo, dip, ba, dip, ba, lucky Q, tama. 3, 2, 1, oh, Q. Boo, boo. Q, Q, tama, 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 Q, Q. Dip, ba, do, ba, dip, ba, do, ba, ba, dip, ba, do. Q, Q, tama, 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 Q, Q. Dip, ba, dip, ba, dip, ba, do, ba, ba, dip, boo. 3, 2, 1, oh, Q. Boo, boo, boo. 3, Q, tama, 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 Q, Q. Dip, ba, dip, ba, dip, ba, do, ba, ba, dip, ba, do. Q, Q, tama, 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 Q, Q. Dip, ba, dip, ba, dip, ba, ba, dip, ba, do, ba.
I'm awake.
Yeah. So, alright. So now, oh, nice. They gotta figure out what it was that Sharampa was up to in the past with the new,
Club.
yep, the new Orion ship, which apparently can turn into a new Orion Megazord.
Which has an Orion club to
Yep.
people with. Hey, look! Sponsored by McDonald's.
Always. Yep. So that's good. They're getting a new. I had seen images of a new Zord coming out, but I did not realize it was going to be their new ship. Looks like it will be. That was a sad farewell to Orion there.
But he was sentient.
He was. I do find it a little weird that he needed to sacrifice himself to defeat what looked like the sort of ship they were capable of destroying in the first episode.
It may not have been a need so much as the fact that he didn't have much left in him and he wanted to go out to blaze of glory.
Well, they were explicitly having difficulty fighting it off with Kyutamajin.
Fair enough.
Which was a little bit odd considering Kyureno was able to defeat something that looked...
Well, maybe the extra purple goo gave it an extra...
I guess the purple goo made a difference. Actually, come to think of it, Tsurugi on...
I had a rice cooker full of goo.
Well, yeah, I know. Tsurugi on his own kind of defeated...
a whole lot of those.
Big Kyutamajin without a Zord.
Let's...
I will accept the sacrifice. It's still a little weird.
Well, no, it's weird, but also let's not forget that the first time that a 6th Ranger shows their stuff, they're more powerful than they ever will be again.
Yeah.
So you can't expect a repeat performance of that from
I know.
Tsurugi.
It's just something that always bothers me a little bit. It's like, if you're gonna make him that powerful, at least give it a reason for him not to continue to be that level of power. They've been getting you in the feels lately with this show. Because we lost Orion, and that was sad, and then we had the whole emotional return of Naga.
At the beginning of all this, when it was all brightly colored and bouncy, I was feeling like it didn't have the usual level of feels that I've come to expect from Sentai.
Fair enough.
They're bringing the feels now.
Yeah, there's a lot of characters, and it required a bit of a slow development to get to that level of investment, I think.
Because it doesn't seem to matter how wacky a given season of Sentai is, they're always trying to gut punch you in the feels. Yeah.
Oh, it's...
That's why they've got, earlier on I was like, oh look, another dramatic set, because they've got that music that sounds like that person's gonna die, and so they were going for your feels there, because, I don't know, that's just kind of what they do. Everything's a lot more dramatic.
It's a heightened sort of reality with Sentai. Like, Power Rangers can do the same thing, but they do generally tend to exist in a more grounded version of reality. As wacky as the Power Rangers universe is,
and the whole...
their approach to reality is usually a bit more grounded.
And barring situations like RPM and the situation with, they also generally try not to ever say die.
True. That is also true.
Or have death.
Yeah. I mean, they have had some very...
The Wild Force lady?
The Wild Force lady?
Or Lost Galaxy?
Kendricks.
Kendricks and that one kid who, are we gonna die?
Oh yeah, the episode of RPM.
Yeah.
I mean, they lost, we lost Gem and Gemma for
temporary.
a quick minute. Well, at this point, pretty much every Ranger death has been that way, because Kendricks came back later.
Yeah, but Kendricks stayed away for multiple episodes.
Yeah, but there was also Alex got taken out in the first episode of Time Force before coming back later. Fair enough.
And I thought he might actually stay dead because he had Death by Origin story.
Yeah. We have lost occasional characters, just not Rangers permanently.
Yeah.
Kendricks was a particularly poignant one because she was a character we'd gotten to know, and it was a heroic sacrifice, and the behind-the-scenes stuff was also a major issue as well.
Which is why that one may have been pretty much the most poignant of them all.
Yeah,
it's because it was a Ranger.
Yeah,
and it wasn't for a hot minute like with Gem and Gem.
Yeah,
there was a reason for it. They were gone for multiple episodes. That was probably the closest thing they've gotten to Sentai's tendency to... I mean, they killed Orion, they killed...
Yeah, well,
people are always dying in one another's arms in Sentai for some reason.
Yeah. Well, Sentai spoiler, the 3 6th Rangers who provided Super Mega Force Orion, not to be confused with either of the Orions in Kyuranger, those 3 Rangers the reason that they were the three behind his Zord was because they were the three that had sacrificed or otherwise died in Sentai. Burai, Nyota, and Makoto. It was Green Ranger from Zyuranger, Abera Killer from Abera Ranger, and Time Fire from Time Ranger. All of them had sacrificed themselves in some way, shape, or form. Because as you may or may not know, in the original Sentai, Tommy's counterpart didn't lose his powers.
He died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The green candle, which was the thing that Rita used to drain his powers.
That was the end of his life.
Yeah, that was. He actually was a character who was resurrected via the power of the candle in Sentai, and he had until that candle burned out. Which was why he was only used in limited capacities, because each time that he left the cave with the candle, it would burn a little bit more. He could stay in that cave as long as he wanted, but the moment he went out, the candle started to burn down.
But that's the whole thing. I mean, they're much more liberal with the...
Yeah, they do not shy away
matter.
from the concept of death.
Yeah.
They are not going to show the same level of graphic death as you suspected last episode when Echidna was forced to put her blaster to her head.
I didn't suspect it. I was like, don't do it, because that would have been beyond the line even for them.
Yeah, they're not gonna blow somebody's brains out.
But the fact that they even had a character sticking a gun to their head is still beyond the sort of thing that you see on Power Rangers, because we don't want our children seeing that.
Fair
which
enough.
is kind of interesting, actually, when you think about it, because it's, unfortunately, we presently live in a world where they're seeing that anyway.
Yes, well, we also, in America, that is something that children have the capacity to implement, which is sad. Because we have the greater gun culture, it is possible for, a child to get access to a gun and imitate that sort of action. So we do want to, limit exposure to that sort of
mimicable behavior. Fair enough.
It's the same reason we generally don't show, you don't show the characters getting hit in the face and whatnot. As far as in Power Rangers, they try not.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. In Japan, kids definitely still have the power to hit each other in the face.
That's true. We do. Well, we try to avoid.
Once again, mimical behavior.
Behavior, yeah. Where we can. Again, unfortunate things. I like that we got some focus on Raptor.
Her relationship with Orion.
We got some focus on her relationship with Orion.
I am particularly gratified by the fact that her delusion was justified.
Yeah.
He was, in fact, sapient.
Yes. And,
I kept saying sentient, but the term is sapient.
Right.
He was of a human-ish level of intelligence. Not just, the cat is sentient. It has feelings and it has thoughts.
Yeah.
But the cat is not sapient. No, you're not. No, you're not.
You don't tell me the things I feel.
Not about how you feel. Feeling is what makes you sentient. Being able to think at a human level is what would make you sapient. There are creatures we think are sapient, like cetaceans.
Yeah.
And possibly elephants.
Dolphins are often considered, I know.
Dolphins are part of the cetacean family.
Oh, sorry. I was thinking octopi for a moment there.
That'd be cephalopods.
Cephalopods, that's what I was saying.
Not all cephalopods fall into that category. We have yet to see that kind of intelligence from a cuttlefish. It does appear to be an octopus-specific situation.
Yeah. Octopi are crazy smart.
And crazy delicious, and it really puts me in a conundrum.
Yeah. But,
like, I don't know what to do about that.
But I guess this is sort of they to make way for the new ship, because that looks like that I don't know if that will be their last mech of the season, but it feels like that might be where we're coming up to at this point. Because we've now got all our Rangers, probably. I keep saying it's like we're probably coming up to the point where we're done coming up with new Rangers.
Okay, he's back.
Where we're done coming up with new Rangers, and this might be our last mech, because we're up to next episode will be the 33rd episode.
Mm-hmm.
So we're getting towards that point where we're probably not getting too much more new arsenal, and we're going to slowly move towards the end.
At some point near the end, we're still going to have one or two things that are used very briefly, just so that you can sell them in the store.
Yeah. I wonder what they're going to find in the Crux system, because I assume that once they get the new ship, they're going to head off after that lead on where Donna Marga is. And once we have an idea of, and then once they get there, maybe we'll get more of an idea of what the next stage in the game is with trying to take him out. I do like that that it looks like they're going to be taking the fight to him next. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, going on the offensive for once.
Yeah.
You coming for a pet? You are.
No. I hope.
I'll have to give him a choice.
I do hope. I like that it looks like we're going to see Eris next time.
Yeah, I saw the Eris again. She probably has the info on where the ship is.
Yeah, because Shorampo would leave information like that with her.
With somebody who's immortal like that. Yeah.
I don't know. I still expect for him to at some point make it back to the present, but I don't know how. But I like that he's been busy in the past.
Yeah, he has not been sitting idle. He has been working on improving things for them.
That's a major thing. Who knows? He might actually. Maybe he's in cryo on the new ship, like Argo, like Tsurugi was in cryo on Argo. So we might be getting those guys back next time.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good.
That'd be great.
I always do want to see, a little bit more of independent adventures when we go off on these little side trips. But I've come to recognize that those departures don't seem to actually last that long.
No, they don't. But I suppose that's good because it gets everybody back together and gives the opportunity for new permutations.
Yeah.
Because every time they come back together, they can split up in a different way.
Right. I feel like the one who so far the ones who have had the longest terms of departure was...
Well, Champ was dead for a while.
Champ was dead for like 5 episodes, which is a while.
Which, once again, I really think that much as they were giving Kataru a break there, because kids
he had the longer break.
They gave Kataru a break and they gave Champ a break because, well, Kataru's a kid and Champ's suit is the most ridiculous.
Yeah.
Other people, for example, Shorampo, once again, he's got the big head on, but as far as I can tell, he's wearing normal people pants.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and Champ is a little bit more of a bulky outfit, and I guess it's inconvenient to keep him.
And Raptor's legs are slightly more robust, but...
Well, also her upper body is just basically human.
Yeah.
She's basically the head, the legs, and some gloves.
Right.
And he's got the huge chest piece and
exactly.
a very large
and you want to give the guy
head.
who's in the full mech suit a rest.
I guess so. Because so far he's headed off with Stinger on their little side quest, and then he was destroyed by Scorpio, and now he's in the past.
There was a reason that Mickey Mouse usually only makes appearances for 20 to 30 minutes at a time.
Right. And, he got sent off on the little side quest for the for the Pixis Kyutama for an episode, although he didn't really drop out of that episode.
No, he didn't.
But we keep chugging along. I like how the overall story continues to take shape, and it doesn't feel like it's...
Plus, as far as I understand, for, like, characters like Shodanpo and Champ and Raptor, the acting version of them is the same as the fighting version of them. So that person is getting a lot of work.
Yeah.
Whereas...
especially with Champ, because his outfit is...
ridiculous.
Yeah.
But the...
Yeah.
The other Rangers, they have somewhat of a break. Because the Face Rangers are not
in their suits.
In their suits.
Which makes filming with them easier, and it's one of the reasons they get more screen time than the suit characters.
Right. I mean, it's the same reason that people that the rest of the Avengers cast pokes fun at Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Because
he's CG
once the mask closes.
Yeah.
Well, no, or a stuntman.
That's true.
Whereas the rest of them have their faces on display, and even Mark Ruffalo is jumping around
for mocap.
For mocap.
Right.
But
yeah, Iron Man is...
But Iron Man's just like sipping Mai Tais on a beach while the rest of them are doing stuff for their fight scenes.
That's fair. Well, he's also the oldest of the bunch.
It's true. I'm just saying that there is a difference in strain on the actor, which is why, for example, the Face Rangers who have a separate stunt person, using them more often is more plausible because you're not going to burn out your cast.
Right. There was one other thing that I was about to say, and now I'm forgetting what it was.
Except, of course, for Kotaro, because you do have to give kids more of a break. They're kids.
Yeah, that's true.
And I'm pretty sure that Japan actually has some pretty strict child labor laws regarding children in television. Stricter than ours.
Really stricter than ours?
Well, ours are not as strict as you'd think they are.
No, fair enough.
A lot of countries...
I kind of assume that Japan in general doesn't treat its actors super well, just by virtue of the fact they're able to chug out 50 episodes in a year. Feels like a lot.
Reasons that Kotaro was not in multiple episodes.
This was the first time we saw the Q-Let in a while. We haven't seen that thing in a while.
Yeah.
Oh, are you looking at child labor?
Yeah, they have a complete ban on child labor, so...
Okay. But what was it I was going to say? I was on a track with my mindset there, and it just kind of flew out of my head.
I don't know.
I look forward to seeing how they adapt the overall story of Kyuranger. Oh, now I remember what it was. I like how they're seeding the backstories of the characters slowly and continually throughout the season. Because, we'd been complaining that there wasn't any backstory for a number of characters, but we've been getting them piecemeal, and they haven't stopped. It's sort of what we thought was going to happen with Dino Charge once we got the flashback with Coda at the beginning of Dino Supercharge. But then that ended up being our last flashback for any of the characters, really.
Yeah, what was up with that?
I don't know. Because we got some flashbacks throughout the beginning of Dino Charge for, Chase and Coda, who had been active beforehand. And then we got another flashback for Coda at the beginning of Dino Supercharged, going over his fear of freezing, and how Kendall and Chase found him. But then we never got any further flashbacks regarding how Chase and Kendall met up, or how Kendall ever met Keeper, which was always a bit of a sore spot for Dino Charge, that they never tackled those bits of backstory. But Kyuranger seems to be keeping up with this by giving us more pieces over time of how these characters came together. We eventually found out that Stinger was actually the first Kyuranger. You know, we eventually found out how Balance met Naga, which I had always wondered about, and now we get to see a little bit more of the flashback and how it looks like Spada was the first one after Stinger to join the rebellion, because he was the only one on Orion when they first tested it out. Now, obviously, Raptor was already part of the rebellion as well, just not a Kyuranger. So it is possible that Spada wasn't a Kyuranger yet at that time. I would need to double check to see if he had his Seiza changer. But I assume that he was.
I'm having difficulty finding anything to back the whole thing, but suffice it to say, believe it or not, the child actor provisions in the United States is still not great.
Fair enough. We do have a unfortunate stereotype with what happens with our child actors.
Yeah, they don't turn out great. Now, on the other hand, as far as I do understand, younger people who get involved with the idol circuit have a tendency to be involved with situations that violate Japan's child labor laws.
Ooh, that doesn't sound good.
Because they get so into their lives.
Yeah.
For example, a lot of girls who are either gravure idols or music idols or whatever, they're not allowed to date.
Right.
Because if they had a boyfriend, that would wreck their marketability.
Right.
And that's kind of restrictions that are really weird, so...
Yeah, exactly.
But as far as just straight up acting goes...
But anywho...
Give Kotaro a break.
We should probably, speaking of taking a break, you need to get to work.
I don't need to take a break, I need to go to work. Speaking of labor laws. I don't get to keep my job if I don't turn up to work.
So I'll get this out later today, and then we'll be back with Power Rangers on Saturday.
Yeah.
Because Power Rangers will be returning.
That actually didn't look like a much different subtitle than the one we usually have.
No, I was actually surprised.
I'm starting to wonder if our subtitlers are not the ones who didn't get it
who
done.
Post it? I don't know.
It's entirely possible that the subtitle goes out on multiple platforms, and the platform we usually use just hadn't uploaded it yet.
Yeah, that's what it seemed like, and it just was taking a long time for it.
It wasn't like that other time when we had the alternate one where the
they were still the same translations, which was nice. Still consistent.
Yeah, I mean the only benefit.
You need to go to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
The only benefit to the other one was the colored Ranger voices, and we didn't have that for this.
Yeah. So we'll be back next time with
Power Rangers.
With Power Rangers, and then next week we will be right on top of things with Kyuranger.
And hopefully our usual, we'll have the stuff.
Yeah. So until then.
Instead of Friday morning.
Until then.
Wednesday morning.
Farewell, Ranger fans, and let the power protect you.
I don't even know what day it is.
Go to work.